Live from Sacramento, California. A great night for baseball ahead on the show. It's the Kansas City Royals going up against the Athletics. Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. And today's starting pitcher, Emmett Sheehan. What's the scouting report on him?
With the height, the release point creates a lot of tilt on his pitches. So coming into the zone, really hard for the hitters to get on plane. Makes it very difficult for the hitters to guess.
Just about ready to roll. Bobby Witt Jr. steps in for the Royals.
Bobby Witt.
And the home opener is underway. Sliced hard but foul. Ball 2. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. Two down. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Batting second, right fielder Shohei Ohtani.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
Love to see it. Power versus power right there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Batting third baseman.
2 down, base is empty. Now here is Rafael Devers.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Swing and a miss. That's strike 2. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And towing the slab, Michael Wacha. What should we keep an eye on here?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
Byron Buxton now in the box, comes up empty with a swing there. Pop foul out of play off to the right. 0-2 now. Got him. That's the second out.
Batting third, designated hitter, Nick Hurt.
Just off the inside edge.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
A little out front there as he swings through it. Swings and misses, and that is that. all set for the start of the inning. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia. Late swing fouled off. Sheehan, the tall righty, 220 pounds, and he was a 6th-round draft pick in 2021.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again.
Well, this is a guy that can be frustrating for pitchers because he fouls off so many pitches and grinds out the at-bat. I'm sure there's some times where a pitcher would rather just give up a first pitch single than have to waste 6 or 7 pitches on one hitter.
Back to the mound. It hit him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status.
Left fielder James Wood.
Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. In the dirt. Blocked by the catcher. And he steals second base without a throw. And it's second. Swing and a miss.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
Oh, that pitch is out.
Ground ball to the right side. And that's just foul. Battling here as he fouls it away. Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Headed for the plate. The throw in. Not gonna get him. It's up the line.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Salvador Perez can't hold up, and that's a strike. Right through there for a strike. Swing and a miss. Curveball in the dirt. Runner on third after the stolen base, even with the dropped strike 3. And a swing and a miss there. In the air to left center. Should be extra bases. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Jack Caglione now at the plate.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
On the ground, McNeil. That ends the inning, and they limit the damage. We head to the bottom of the second. Here's a big power threat. Brent Rooker.
Brent Rooker.
As a veteran out there on the ball, you're trying to establish both edges of the plate. Right here, he's working inside. Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
That one misses.
Nope,
so a leadoff walk. Fouled off. He was late.
Ball inside.
Big swing and a miss. Got him swinging.
Batting sixth, third baseman. Max
One out, man at first.
Muncy.
Here comes Max Muncy. Ball one, no strikes. Swings and chases a low one there.
Well, the hitter shows the pitcher that he's willing to go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it, still try to get that ground ball double play.
Swings and misses. And that's
Batting
4
seventh,
strikeouts.
Right fielder, Warren Butler.
Next
Ball,
pitch
that's inside.
1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss as he was late. Next offering way off the plate. Now one
That's ball
miss.
3.
Great RBI spot here. Just got to stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so something in the gap
That's
should
ball 4.
definitely
Take your
score.
base.
So Watt puts runners at first and second.
Soderstrom.
First and second, 2 outs. Tyler Soderstrom up next for the A's. Way out front for strike 2.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half
Yep,
is
that
open.
ball went out.
Nice grab. Over to first. What a play. Inning over. On to the third
Leading
inning,
off
and
for the
stepping in
Royals, center
is the
fielder,
speedy
Brenton
Brenton Doyle.
Hey.
That's a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Line to second, snagged on the bounce, and very nicely done for the out.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Struck him out looking.
Up next for the Royals, right fielder, Shohei
2 outs, base is
Ohtani.
empty. Here's Ohtani.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one. Wow, just a beautiful backdoor slider right there. If you've got any chance of hitting that pitch, you have to wait until the absolutely last millisecond.
Ball
Just a
1.
tough pitch to hit, and not an easy one to throw either.
Fastball for a strike.
The heater is clearly giving him trouble early on in this one. I want to see him ready to swing against that pitch just a little more often.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Got him swinging. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game. Set for the bottom of the
Leading
third,
off for
and now
the
here's Jeff
A's,
McNeil.
second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Ball, that's inside.
That's off
Nope,
the inside
inside, ball
corner.
2.
2 balls, no strikes.
He let that changeup up. Got away with one there, and he'll take it, but doesn't want to make that mistake again.
swing and a miss, struck him out.
Up next for the A's, shortstop Jacob Wilson.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Now the 0-1. This one popped up right side. And that'll get down for a hit. And a man aboard.
Well, those kind of lucky soft hits will always make you smile. Kind of your classic jam shot blooper right there. Paid a good pitch on the inside. Gotten to hit it off the handle, but he still muscled it out.
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Bounces off the wall as he makes a great grab. And he just beats the throw. Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. 0 for 1. He struck out swinging last time. Swing and a miss. And that's strike one.
This guy's usually not one to chase pitches off the plate, but he did there. We'll see if he can tighten up his zone a little bit.
Swing and a miss, and that is that. As we go to the top of the fourth, here's Rafael Devers.
Rafael Devers.
Oh, 2 now as he swings through it.
Another 0-2 count right here. Pitcher just in the driver's seat. He can go anywhere he wants to go right here.
Next pitch is outside. And that one lifted in the air center field. Buxton takes it in for the out. 1 away.
Ball 1.
And it's even up. Late on that fastball.
Well, baseball is coming out of his hand very well. He's been able to paint all 4 corners, but really good ride at the top of the zone. Hitters have to respect that. Very difficult pitch to hit.
Up the middle. Tosses to first. 2 quick outs here in the top of the fourth. 2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, James Wood.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Inside, ball 1.
Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive.
He was all over that one. Couldn't get any air under it, but he smoked that ball back up the middle. Timing was just perfect. Got great wood on it, and there's just no chance for the infielders with how hard he hit it.
The 1-0.
Inside, ball 2.
Runner on the goal. This one in the air center field. Buxton sprinting after it. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. Bottom of the inning.
Leading
Stepping in
off
the
for
long ball
A's,
threat, Brent
left
Rooker.
fielder, Brent Rooker.
You know, these Athletics, to put it bluntly, need to put together more competitive at-bats, and I don't think they've lived up to their own expectations at the plate. Strikeouts are a little easier to stomach in baseball today, but even by those standards, they're going down way too often, and I think they're having a hard time getting any momentum going as a result.
Brings it in. One up, one down.
Up next for the A's, catcher Shea Langoliers.
That one fouled off.
Ball.
Home team down a run. We're here in the bottom of the fourth. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-2. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That's ball 2.
Swing and a miss. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Next for the A's.
Here comes that funky Muncie to the plate. Struck out swinging his first time.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Two down, nobody on. Goes down looking. Ready now for the
Leading
5th
off
inning.
for the
Digging in,
Royals,
Vinny
first baseman,
Pasquantino.
Vinny Pasquantino.
Swings through that one for strike 2. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Royals, the designated hitter, Jack Taglione.
No. Inside.
Next offering is fouled back. The 1-2. In the air, left side. And there's 2 away. Here's the center fielder, Brenton Doyle. He's 0 for 1.
Doyle.
Ball. Down.
Out towards right center field. Buxton makes his way towards it, and that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Stepping in, Lawrence Butler.
Right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Here's a high chopper, and it goes just foul.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Up next for the A's, first baseman, Tyler Soderstrom.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Comes up empty. Ripped on the ground to second. Home half of the fifth inning moving along. 2 quick outs.
Up next,
Jeff McNeil
for the
stands in.
A's,
Struck out
second
swinging
baseman,
his first time.
Jeff McNeil.
Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. That's
Ball
off
one.
the mark. Ball 1. Back foot slider ties him up, struck him out. All right, we go to
Leading
the
off for
top
the
half
Royals,
of inning number
shortstop,
6.
Bobby Witt Jr.
Now here's the leadoff hitter for the Royals, Bobby Witt Jr. And that one fouled off. Oh, 1 now. That one ripped. Reaching down, makes the catch. Swing and a miss, strike 1.
It really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
0-2. Good job to fight that one off. 0-2 now. Buxton under this one. He's got it, and there's 2 away. Rafael Devers up to
next
hit.
for the Royals, third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Pitch
Off the plate,
misses,
ball 1.
and it's 1-0. 2 down, nobody on, and we're in the top half of the 6th. On the ground, right side. And it finds its way through for a hit.
He kind of rolled over on this pitch a little bit, but he got enough behind it to shoot it through for a knock. And you'll take that anytime you can get him to find a hole.
Ball 1.
He hasn't wanted to challenge him. Both of those pitches off the plate away. Don't expect anything down the heart of the plate. You may just have to be patient and take your walk here.
Fouled off down the right side. Breaking ball inside. Full count now. Buxton sizing it up. And
I'm
an
out.
automatic
Round roll
double as it hops the fence. Now a chance for James Wood. Reaches, but can't make the grab. One runs in.
Everything came together
next
for
for
him.
the
That pretty
Royals,
much split the
catcher,
zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Rudder takes off. Swing and a miss. Throw, save. That's a stolen base. Rudder at second, 2 down. Line drive, base hit. Throws to second. And he's got no chance. He's out. But 1 run does score in the play before the inning. Well, we go bottom 6. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Jacob Wilson.
You know,
Nope,
these
that's
A's,
inside.
as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. They're swinging at more than 70% of the first pitches they've seen today, and it's just not working out for them. So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
Struck him out swinging. It is 11th strikeout, and this one really racking up the whips. Kurtz in the box here and fouls it off for strike one. 2 down, nobody on. Swings and misses. And the count is 0-2.
Ball, that's out.
Strike 3, struck him out for the 3rd time today. We go to the top of the 7th, and here's the first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino.
Now pitching.
New arm out of the bullpen, Brady Basso.
60.
And they felt it was time to bring on a left-handed reliever from the pen with the lefty hitter coming up. I think it's a good move. I know I never liked when opposing teams did that to me. Not what he's looking for there in the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
Yeah, that's fouled off. The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Up next for the Royals, the designated hitter, Jack Caglione.
Nope, that's inside. Ball.
Inside. Ball 3.
Looks like he was trying to get to the front door with that curveball. It's definitely a finesse pitch, but it backed up a little bit on him and stayed inside.
Check swing called strike. Full count now. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. Man at first, Brenton Doyle steps in for the Royals.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
In the dirt. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Good pitch right there, tied him up on the hands. If I'm out there on the bump, I'm going right back in there.
Steps off, checks the runner at first. Caglione, the base runner at first with 1 out. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout.
Up next for the Royals, shortstop Bobby Witt Jr.
This one high in the air to left center. And that is that. Set for the last half of the 7th. Now the left fielder, Brent Rooker. And there's a foul ball. And it finds its way through for a hit. And they have their first base runner since the 3rd inning.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of.
Now pitching for
Bailey
Kansas City,
Falter
number
gets the call from the
36,
pen.
Bailey Falter.
Hey!
Now, these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you can find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball.
He goes down looking. 1 out man at first. Muncy digs in. There's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
Ball.
A swing and a miss, and that's strike 1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Got him swinging for the K.
Up next,
Coming out of the
for
bullpen
the
throwing
A's,
beef.
right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. Carrying well. Out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one. And they're chipping away. It's 4-2. So 2 down. Next up for the A's, Tyler Soderstrom. Swings through that one out in front that time. Swing and a miss as he was out front.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult, especially for a left-handed hitter to track.
And he went around. Not an easy call there, but that puts an end to the inning. And we're back.
Leading
Here's
off for
Shohei
Kansas
Ohtani.
City, right fielder, Shohei Ohtani.
That's a ball.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Fights that one away. Still 1-2. High
got a ground
bounce
rule
takes
double.
it over the fence. That's
bases.
an automatic double. In the dirt. And it's second. In the air out to center. Buxton sprinting after it. And there's one away. Now it'll be the cleanup hitter for the Royals, Michael Garcia.
Now pitching for
So a
the
new
A's,
pitcher on the mound for the
number
A's.
50.
Barlow.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And a foul ball. Here's a 1-1. And a foul ball. 1 out and a runner at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Misses
Nope,
off
that's
the
off the plate.
inside.
Ball 2.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Stays alive. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Up next for the Royals, left fielder, James Dre.
Now before the pitch, he looks him back. He gets the intentional walk here, and now will force at any base with 2 gone. Here's the
Up next
catcher,
for the
Salvador
Royals,
Perez.
catcher, Salvador Perez.
That's in for a strike. just missed. A little out front there as he swings through it.
Well, that's that slope right there. He threw it extremely well. Talk about just a ton of grade. So tough to get that barrel to.
Base hit into the outfield. Here's Ohtani flying around third. In comes the run from second. The tag. Save.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Swinging a foul out of play. 2 on, 2 outs.
Inside, ball 1.
Well, he's so good about trying to drive the ball to the opposite field gap in these situations. If he takes that approach, he could bust this game wide open.
And a ball and 2 strikes. This one in the air, center field. Buxton settles underneath it. And that is that. On to the bottom of the 8th. Here's the second baseman, number 22.
Second baseman.
Looks like a pinch hitter for the A's. Denzel Clark.
Well, with his speed, he could really make some things happen leading off.
Squares, pushes at it, misses it. It's a strike. 0-2.
Inside, ball.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today. And that one fouled off.
So it's critical right here that they bear down and turn in some quality at bats. Try to chip away at that lead, because if it gets to the 9th, that closer's coming in.
On a line out towards center. And a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Other than ripping one into the gap or blasting one over the wall, there aren't a whole lot of hits that are more satisfying than a nice line drive in the center field. So that definitely felt good.
Here's Byron Buxton.
Ball in. That's ball 2.
Falter, a 6'4 lefty, 28 years old. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. Right side, flips it. There's one. On to first, save. So they get one, but a really nice try there. Nick Kurtz up next for the A's. Check swing, and he went. Strike 1. Buxton off of first with 2 away. Swing and a miss.
It's been a tough day at the plate. 3 strikeouts already. It's hard not to think negative, but you got to find a way to somehow center up the baseball and put it in play.
Swing and a miss for the strikeout. And he's gone for the 4th time tonight. And welcome back to the ball. Leading off. Jack Paglione. Check swing. He went. That's strike 1. In the air to left center. Buxton has a beat on it. And there's one down. Got it started a little too early. Strike one. And he swings through that one. In the air, right field. Out number 2. Back to the top of the order, and now it's Bobby Witt Jr. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Ripped to short, snagged on a bounce. Nicely done for the out. And that one hammered. That's back there. Jumps, but it's off his glove. Oh, it's gone. It bounced off him and over the wall. And they cut into the deficit. It's 5-3. Matt Strong gets handed the rock out of the pen.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Strike 2.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Got him. One out, bottom of the 9th. Here's Max Muncy. That funky Muncy. Strong is what you're looking for in a good reliever. The ball stays in the ballpark. It's so hard to square him up.
Yeah, he stays out of the middle and pitches either at the bottom or at the top on the edges. And because of that, if you do get it in the air, it's usually just a high fly ball. And when it's down in the zone, it's on the ground.
The A's down to their final out.
Up next for the A's, right fielder, Lawrence Butler.
He's so consistent that the manager basically can look at it like he's got 3 outs sitting in his pocket. That shortens the game.
Ball 1.
When he takes the mound, you feel like, hey, this inning is wrapped or this ball game is over. He's just that good, and you can see it in opposing hitters as well.
Got him. That finishes the evening's action.